Good morning. Welcome to day 11 of Vlogmas. It's a day 2 hair kind of day. On day 2 hair days, I spray some dry shampoo in my hair before I go to bed, and I sleep in a bonnet because that helps my hair look a little bit more presentable the next morning. I got this leave-in conditioner at the dollar store, and I've been trying it as my product because on this year's Irish knitting tour, I didn't really like the hair oil that I brought with me for my hair product. It made my hair look kind of greasy, I thought. So I adopted a new practice of using a teeny little squirt of the shampoo or of the conditioner in the hotel as like my hair gel or hair oil for the day. And I really liked that. So I kept doing that after I got home with the conditioner we have here. And I mean, that was fine. But then when I saw this leave-in conditioner spray, moisturizing, detangles, and protects, I thought, that's got to work, probably. So I bought it. Yeah. You know, it's not the greatest day 2 hair I've ever seen, but it'll be fine. I'll probably just put it up in my clip anyway. How are you doing today? As you can see, it's another eye patch day for me because of those pesky wrinkles from the face of judgment. That face. Don't make that face. Also, I'm wearing jeans again. Yesterday, jeans were making me grumpy, but here I am in jeans again because despite the fact that my yoga pants are now laundered and clean, I mean, I assume I haven't taken them out of the dryer. Let's be serious. I could wear those, but I decided to invest in my future happiness, and I'm going to wear them this weekend. So, alas, here I am in jeans. I ran out of my other sunscreen bottle, and for the first time I got this really tall replacement. I think, if I remember correctly, it was better value in terms of price per ounce. But, yeah. Someone asked on the last Vlogmas where I showed my skincare routine if this Elta MD sunscreen, this is sunscreen by the way, if this Elta MD sunscreen leaves a white residue from the zinc. And I only notice white spots when I don't rub it in all the way. But also, I don't know if it would leave a white cast on darker skin. So your miles may vary, but I don't notice it on mine. Today, I really want to make a cup of coffee, but another thing that I have chosen, which I didn't really think through, is I just started the dishwasher, and the coffee pot is in the dishwasher. I know what I can do. Hold on, I need my glasses. Okay, I am spectacled up, and let me show you my coffee solution for the morning. I almost dropped it. Can you imagine? Behold. So happy. This is a French press. It is a Le Creuset French press. My Aunt Becky got this for us because it was on our wedding registry. And I love using this thing, but it doesn't get that much use because I'm the only one who drinks coffee like this, really. I mean, sometimes if DJ is like on a wild hair, he'll drink coffee like I make it, but he prefers different types of coffee drinks than I do. So usually this is just too much volume for just me, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a full pot of French press. Let's just go nuts today. This coffee grinder is another gift from my Aunt Becky. And since I'm making French press, I think I'm going to have the setting on coarse to set myself up for success, and we'll just grind that right up. This is kind of trial and error because I don't really know the capacity of this French press, so I just put 8 scoops of ground coffee and filled up the water. I don't know. I hope it's good. Looks promising. What do you think? I think that looks like a good cup of coffee. Oh yeah, fabulous. Just fabulous. So now I have some admin things I need to do. I have a meeting in a little bit and some emails I need to respond to, so I'll check in a little bit. Okay, hello. What do you want? Do you want to go outside? Yes? All right, we'll be right back. The best thing I ever taught her is to let me know when she has to use the bathroom. Anyway, it's a few hours later, and I am finally ready to sit down and craft. Very excited. But before I do that, I'm going to sit and spin, to be more specific. I thought that it would be prudent to wind up the next few skeins for my Stockholm, not because I need them just yet, but because I will. My twisters are kind of dwindling down, and I think if I have some dedicated knitting time today, or if I choose to make some dedicated knitting time because I have the rest of the day to do whatever I flip-flap and want, then I will definitely get through the 2 skeins or the 2 cakes that are left over on my twisters, and I'll be ready for new yarn. So let's wind these up. My craft room is kind of getting to the point where the mess is reaching containment, or I don't know, is that the appropriate phrase for that? It's getting a little overwhelming, a little out of hand. So I may also take some time to clean up in here later. Ugh, but that sounds so boring. It's so much more fun to just sit and spin or sit and knit. Oh, this skein is pretty sticky. I might regret not having put this in the freezer for half an hour or so before I went to wind this, but it is what it is. Hopefully I don't end up eating my words. Ready to see the magic happen? It's really nice to have my yarn wind itself and not have to do anything. I use the Kato electric yarn winder, and it's doing it for me. Okay, here's the first cake. Let me do one more, and then I think I'll sit and spin. Okay, I am pretty much set up for success, I do believe. I am at my spinning wheel, which may be obvious, I don't know. I mean, you can't see the spinning wheel, but context clues, people. And I've got probably a little more than half of the single for the 3rd braid, which is really day 2's braid. It doesn't matter, it's too confusing. So I'm gonna sit and spin. Leslie has a new YouTube video out today, so I'm going to watch that, and then I'm gonna finish Champagne Problems, and then we'll see where the day takes us. In theory, I would really like to finish both singles. Like, I have this bobbin single done. I want to finish the current single on my bobbin, which, by the way, let me show you what it looks like. Isn't it so beautiful? It's coming along very nicely. I like the browns. I like the creams. I like the hint of green in there and blue. So I think it's going to be really, really, really beautiful. So, like I was saying, in theory, I would love to finish this skein today, which would entail finishing the single of this color and then plying those two bobbins together. All told, that would probably be like 3 or 4 hours of spinning, and I don't know if I want to dedicate the rest of my afternoon, because it's 1 p.m. right now. I don't know if I want to do that. So we'll just see where the wind blows me. But I will be spinning or knitting or just generally enjoying myself, and let that commence. Okay, a little bit of scene change. I pivoted from spinning because my hand was starting to feel a little uncomfortable. So I have my Bob and Brad hand massager charging right now. So I'll have a little hand massage, but while I was waiting for it to charge up, I joined in the round on my Stockholm V-neck sweater, and I thought that as I told you yesterday, I added some rows before I joined in the round. And then today when I joined in the round, I thought I had knit to, basically I thought I hacked it so that I knit to the length for a larger size, which is corresponding to my actual bust size. But since my gauge is smaller, I'm knitting a smaller size, even though, whatever. So I thought that I did the calculations. But then a minute ago, I was like, I don't think I did this correctly. So then I checked my math, and I definitely was all turned around. So I knit the front panel to be about 13.5 inches long, whereas for the measurements for the size that does actually correspond to my body, I should knit about 13.8 inches in length on the front panel before joining in the round. But I think that it's okay. Like, it doesn't feel tight under my arm. So I think I'm just gonna keep going. I don't know. Now I'm kind of second guessing myself. I'm gonna have my last slice of shepherd's pie, and then I'll probably have the brain power at that point to make a decision. Okay, I did some math. My least favorite way to use my brain. And if I am going to knit the front panel to have the proper length according to the pattern for my bust size with my gauge, then I would need to knit 3 more rows than I did on the front panel before joining in the round. And 3 rows is not that many rows. It's not a huge amount. And I measured it, and 3 rows would be about 3/8 of an inch, which sounds like a small amount, but when I had my tape measure measuring the 3 rows, I was like, that does seem like kind of a substantial chunk. So anyway, I'm going to tink back and knit those 3 rows on the front panel. So hopefully by the end of the day, I will have joined in the round again for the second time. Yeah, there's your update. I don't really remember what all the buttons mean, but I like to have them all matching, so I just have them all go to the red setting. Okay, here's the deal. I'm really TO'd with myself because I don't think I did the math correctly. Again, I think I need not 3 rows. I think I need 12 more rows, which is not a problem. I can work those rows. It'll be fine. But I feel like my brain is going stir crazy. My brain is fried doing this simple math. And like 12 rows seems like a lot. I feel like surely there's something I'm missing in my equations. So I'm going to put the knitting project down for now. And I think that'll be it for now. I'll just take a break from crafting. I'll edit the vlog, get it up for tomorrow. And I think I will pick up a smaller project tonight because I want to hang out with DJ, and as I established yesterday, spinning is not the project for hanging out with DJ. So might wind up another skein and maybe finally cast on another classic ribbed hat. Not sure. I don't know. But tomorrow's going to be a big admin day. I'm leaving the house for multiple things. Darby has a vet appointment. I have a dentist appointment. I'm gonna maybe go grocery shopping or like to Walmart. So I'll take you along for the ride. And thanks for hanging out with me. Math is so annoying. I think that, listen, there are going to be some of you who are very happy for me to have some criticisms of this pattern. And I'll tell you, one of them is that there's no schematic. And I feel like this would be so much easier for me to tackle modifying it and fixing the grading with my gauge is if there was a schematic, so I knew for sure how long the front panel is supposed to be before joining in the round. So basically how deep the armhole is supposed to be, because I'm basically having to calculate that by adding up all the short rows, all the different rows of the front panels, and then figuring out what petite knits gauge is, and therefore what the length should be, and then calculating based on my gauge, which is not the same as the pattern gauge. It's only 1 row off, but still. So like for instance, I added four rows to my back panel to make it be the length called for in the pattern. So having to add 12 rows, that seems, I don't know, that seems a lot. I don't know. So I feel like there's just something I'm missing. So I'm just going to give my brain a break. Future Rachel will be able to tackle this. And if she can't, you know, life is going to go on either way. Okay? So anyway, that's all for day, what is it? Day 11? Day 11 of Vlogmas. We've made it so far. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're working on something that's bringing you joy. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, everybody.